So this story is about a man named Great Gatsby, and even though he's the main character, the narrator of the story is a man named Nick Carraway. Nick lives next to Great Gatsby, and Great Gatsby is known as a mysterious guy who always holds extravagant parties every Saturday. And one day, Nick actually gets an invitation from Gatsby himself, which is very unusual. And so he goes there. And Nick actually has a cousin named Daisy, and she's married to a man named Tom. And Daisy also has a friend named Jordan Baker, who Nick actually falls in love with later. So at the party, Jordan, Daisy's friend, is she learns that Gatsby wants to meet Daisy, and Daisy and Gatsby were formal lovers, but Daisy eventually left him for Tom. And Gatsby wants to use Nick to meet Daisy again. So Nick calls her over for like a tea party or lunch, and there at Nick's house, Daisy and Great Gatsby finally meet again, and their love is rekindled. On the other hand, Tom actually has a secret lover with a woman named Myrtle, who is actually married to a guy named George. And even though Tom has a secret lover, like he has his own affair, but he can never let Daisy go, and he still has feelings for Daisy. And one day, Jordan, Nick, Daisy, Tom, and Great Gatsby were having lunch at Tom's house, and Tom realizes that there was something going on between Daisy and Gatsby, so he asked everyone to go to New York to this hotel named Plaza Hotel, and at there, Great Gatsby kind of forces Daisy to tell Tom that she has never loved him, but she can never fully admit that. She can't really say that to Tom. So Tom feels somewhat, empowered, and Tom realizes that Daisy can never leave him, and Tom actually tells Daisy and Great Gatsby to go back to Long Island together, like two of them, only Daisy and Gatsby. And Tom, Nick, and Jordan go after them. And on their way back to Long Island, Tom, Nick, and Jordan learns that there was an accident that involved a woman named Myrtle, who is Tom's secret lover, and she was actually she was actually struck to death. And they learned that the accident was caused by someone who was driving the yellow car, and they knew that the yellow car was that of Great Gatsby. And later, Nick learns that it wasn't Gatsby who was driving; it was actually Daisy. But Great Gatsby is willing to take the blame, and that's because Great Gatsby kind of thinks that Daisy will, go away with him, but actually, Tom and Daisy are planning to go away together. And the next day, Myrtle, who was dead, Myrtle's husband, George, thinks that it was Great Gatsby who was driving the car, and he is convinced that it was Great Gatsby that his wife was cheating on with. So, George goes over to Gatsby's house with a gun, and he shoots Great Gatsby and later himself. And at the funeral, no one really came to Great Gatsby's funeral except for like his dad. And Nick realizes how how Gatsby's life was filled with really nothing, even though he held great parties for everyone and everyone came to enjoy. At the end, no one was really there for him except for Nick Carraway himself. So he is really disgusted by all those fake people and fake stuff. So he actually leaves to Midwest, and that's the end of the story.